Hello again, welcome back to the Big House. So today just a quick little video to show you I'm using or how to use the wedge system when tiling. Now here they all are set up, and I can't tell you the exact brand I'm using, but I picked the bag up from Tops Tiles. I can tell you the brand. These are Daykota tile leveling, and basically you get two bags. You need to buy two bags. These are the spacers. You can buy them in different sizes, but these are a 2mm spacer. So that slots in behind the tile. So you would tuck it down the back of the tile. And then the wedge, as you can see then, you just push the wedge down behind and force it all apart. Now, I've always been skeptical with these because, and I see a lot of people say the same thing, or, you know, when you put those in, it pulls the tile off the cement, it breaks the bond, etc. So I started this tiling job here, and to be honest with you, the tiles are awful. If I put a straight edge across this tile, like, you know, my spirit level, I can rock it, right? There's that much curve in these tiles. Honestly, they're probably the worst tiles I've ever used, to be honest with you. And without these, the finish would be awful. You'd have to either, well, probably line them all up so that your joint line or your grout line was all in one in line, if you like. So then it allowed the curve on the tiles to match up on all of them. When you're stepping it across like this, the step in them is nobody's business. You know, they're really bad. So anyway, I was having to go with some of these, and I thought these were awful. I'm gonna have to give one of these systems a go, or the customers either have to have, I think they call it lapping, but he's either have to have steps in his tiles, or we have to change the tiles, and he didn't want either of those. So I picked up this system. Here we go. So basically, just to show everyone, how do they work? Well, how well are they? Well, what I do, I basically run the tile cement or the tile adhesive. I'm using a self-mix one, not a ready mix. I think some people call it a thin set. But anyway, get that on the wall, but I'm also doing what they call back buttering the tiles. So I basically get the tile, I get my scraper, I dollop a load on, I use my grout tool then, my grout squeegee, and I run that all over the back of the tile so it's got a good coverage. Now I haven't tried taking this one off, but I just put this tile on. I've noticed that I've cut it a little bit short in the corner, the gap's too big, so it's a perfect chance to film and show how much adhesion you get after putting the wedge system on. So I'll show you again. I've done it once, but just to show you, I'll put these, what I always do is just tap it down as much as I can go, so that's in there, and then I'm going to put one across here as well. They've been on before, but just for the sake of the video, what happened, I actually forced that one a bit much and it broke the clip, so that's why that one's there loose. So they've been in. Okay, we'll take those back out again now. I'm using a tile vacuum, I suppose. It's a Ruby model, so I'm just going to have to really press on it a minute to get it to work. So pressing that. Here it goes. So that's on there now. This has been wedged, so it's pulled it away. And I'm just going to show you. Right, I'm really pulling on that now, okay? So that tile has got a real good... I've got all my weight on that, so be careful, I'll go flying. So I just got to try and... Right, there we go. And if you have a look on the back of that, you can see that we've got really good contact right the way across the tile. So as long as you put a good notch of tile adhesive on the wall, I'm using a 6mm, I think. It is a 6mm trowel or a 5mm. It's slightly bigger than your standard wall, although it is a wall trowel. And it's ideal because these walls, although they were replastered, this particular wall was quite wavy. So when I started this off, the bottom tile, I've set it with a spirit level to make sure it's coming up vertical. And I've used my long level then to make sure we got no dips and bumps in the wall that are going to cause, in effect, the tiles to have to climb out and back around, which is sometimes in tiling what you end up doing. But I set it up nicely so it's level on the straight edge anyway, on the spirit level, so it's coming up vertically, which meant it did mean setting them slightly out further at the bottom, but that's what I've done, and then it's made it come up really straight. But I have still got little dips and bumps, and the tiles still don't sit perfectly. If I can just try and put this one down, I'll just give you an example. Hang on. There we go. So yeah, so if you have a look there, that's a classic example of the lipping effect. There you can see, we can see that brown there. It's going in probably 3 or 4 mil. And when you use this wedge system, it will definitely pull that back out. But to be fair, that's pretty much because of the curve in the tile, not the wall at this point. But the wall has got some curves and that as well. But anyway, that was my point. Hope I've got to the point. I've rambled a little bit, I'm sorry for that. But basically you can see that it will not break the contact if you've put the right amount of adhesive against the wall first of all, and always back butt to the tile. What that will do is it'll put like a film on the back of the tile, and it almost, when you put the two surfaces of adhesive together, it'll be like when you use a contact adhesive, it sucks. And straight away as you pull that wall, all it's doing is stretching, you can see what's come out, is stretching the tile adhesive off the wall with it. But once it dries up, it is solid. You will not break that bond. So I'm really pleased with how they're going. I've done that once or twice previously just to make sure they were okay as I was doing it for my own knowledge. But I thought I'd give us a quick show there how it's done when I realised I had to take the tile back off the wall. So that's the system. I can't really grumble with it. Just very quickly before I go, to get them out, all you basically do is give that a good bump and it'll cause the clip to break, and then you just remove the wedge, or the wedge will fall down. These then are thrown away. So basically the wedges are reusable but the spacers aren't. And there's a wall that I've used them on. You can see there's nothing sticking out, so they have worked very well. My only criticism would be that sometimes the wedge tends to break on the one, or the bracket rather, like this one. It tends to snap on the one side and not the other, and you have to give them a bit of a wiggle to get them off so they don't just spring off. But other than that, they really do seem to be a cracking system. So just for you again to know, they were the Daykota tile leveling system. I've purchased those myself through Tops Tiles. I've never tried the other ones. This is the first time I've tried these ones, but like I say, they seem to be working well. And contrary to what a lot of people would tell you, they're not pulling the adhesive or breaking the bond between the tile and the wall via the adhesive. So all in all, great stuff. It's got the thumbs up from Big Pouse. So there we go. Once again, stay safe, crack on.